Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jackson's Math Notebook. Today, we're going to be working with percents, decimals, and fractions. Percents, decimals, and fractions are, among other things, the math of banking, credit cards, finance, interest payments, and investments. Percentages, decimals, and fractions are the math of the adult world, and the sooner you learn about them, the better off you will be. Percentages, decimals, and fractions are synonymous terms, meaning that they're really the same thing and they're interchangeable. But we're going to see how they play themselves out in this chart right here, starting with the decimal of 0.01, which is the same as saying 100ths with a THS at the end, 0.04, which is the same as saying 400ths, 0.1 or 0.10, which is the same as saying 10 hundredths, 0.12, the same as saying 12 hundredths, so on and so forth. And with that in mind, the question is, how do we turn this decimal into a percent? Well, it's easy. All we do is multiply the decimal by 100, or we could just do the simple thing by moving the decimal 2 places over to the right. And when we do that, when we move this decimal 2 places over to the right, we're actually going to get 1%. And this percent sign means per 100 because this little line right here and these 2 dots actually stand for that 100. And with that in mind, let's see what happens when we transform 0.04 into a percent and we move it 2 places to the right and we have 4%. And notice how the pattern continues here because we always move the decimal 2 places to the right in order to get our percent that you see right here to the side. And with that in mind, the next question is, well, how do we turn the percent back into a decimal? And we just do the opposite. We either divide the percent by 100 or we move the decimal 2 places back to the left. We start from the far right and we move that decimal 2 places to the left. And so now 1% turns back into 0.01 or 100ths, as you see right here, as a fraction because these three terms are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. And let's go on to 4% and transform it back into a decimal, and then we can see how it looks as a fraction. And when we do that, we move that decimal 2 places over to the left, place that decimal point, and there you have it, 400ths with the THS at the end, or 0.04. And we could do the same thing with 10% by moving that decimal 2 places to the left. We have 0.1 or 0.10 or 10 hundredths. And we could do this all the way down to 72% by turning it into 72 hundredths. And this would be a good time to pause the video and take a look at the patterns that you see here, or replay the video as many times you need to gain a deeper understanding of the interchangeability of percentages, decimals, and fractions. But with that in mind, and in the meantime, please comment, share, like, and I repeat like, and subscribe to Jackson's Math Notebook for more content. Thank you and goodbye.